All right, buddy. You all ready for bed? Good. And you remembered to brush your teeth and wash your face, right? Promise? Good. You're getting really good at remembering. I don't even think I have to remind you anymore. All right, now crawl into bed and I'll tuck you in. I already put your stuffies out just the way you like, see? Now, let's see. Teeth brushed? Check. Hair brushed. Good. PJs are on, and you've got all your friends. I think everything is all ready now for you to have some really wonderful dreams tonight. I'm really happy we got to visit today, too. But you want to know something? Even when we don't get to play together, I always like to close my eyes and imagine you having the best day ever. Because that's what I hope for. Every single day. Even when I'm not here. That my friend is having a wonderful day. So, even if we don't get to visit tomorrow, promise me you'll have lots of fun, okay? Good. Now, I think it's time to close your eyes and get some sleep. A bedtime story? I don't know. That sounds like stalling to me. You know I have to go soon. It's getting late. Okay. One story, and then it's straight to bed. Deal? I promise I'll make it extra special. What story would you like me to read? You've already heard that one 1,000,000 times. Well, all right. I guess 101 more times won't hurt. And it's my favorite bedtime story, too. Now, let's see. Oh, who's this? Why, it's your Udit'lah on the cover. I wonder what color they are. Do you know what color that is? That's right, your Udit'lah is purple. And see, they've got all these great big squiggly arms that are perfect for hugs. And lots of eyes. All the better to watch over you and keep you safe. You know, sometimes I'm not even sure how many I have. We'll have to count them sometime. That way you can practice your counting some more. You can count to 100 now? That's incredible. I'm really happy you've been studying. It's important to learn lots and lots about the universe. Well, that way, when you grow up, you'll be able to do all kinds of great, big, wonderful things. Yes, of course. And I will be right there with you, cheering you on. Oh, and look, there's you. See, we're reading a story together, just like we are right now. Look, they're waving at us. It's hard to explain how I make the pictures. I just kind of do. All right, let's see. Now, our story begins like this. Once upon an eternity, there was a lonely little ape named Udit'lah. See, in the picture, Udit'lah's all alone in the great big blackness, and it's very empty. There's no one to play with yet. Well, that's because your Udit'lah was born a very, very long time ago. That's exactly right. Long before even the oldest star. And that's why the very first thing your Udit'lah ever met was a great, big, beautiful new star in the night sky. And he wanted more than anything for them to be friends. See, isn't it so pretty? Look at the way it stretches end to end as far as the eye can see. All full of light and warmth. Well, let's see if they become friends. I hope they will too, but I think we already know where this is going. Will you be my friend? Udit'lah asked the star, and, for a moment, Udit'lah was hopeful. But the star simply replied, rather sadly, I'm afraid I can't, for I might accidentally burn you up. And Udit'lah knew it was true because the star was awfully hot and bright, even from far away, which isn't very good for great big hugs. This made Udit'lah a bit sad, but they understood. It simply wasn't meant to be. They'd have to find someone else to be their friend. So let's see what happens next. So, they wandered some more across the great big universe, searching for a friend. But for a long time, there wasn't very much to see. They did their best to be patient and always kept the hope of finding a new friend in their many, many hearts. One day, they saw something incredible. A great, big, black hole. It had once been a star, but over many, many years it had changed. Now it was wide and deep and hungry, and way out on the far side of a small little galaxy. See, if you look, there are all these tiny little lights getting gobbled right up by the great big black hole. Those are also stars, and little bits of the universe. It is a little scary, but it's not anywhere near here. It's many, many light years away. Your Udit'lah was in awe. The great big black hole was not as big as a star, but it was 10,000 times as hungry. But it wasn't hot, so surely they could be friends. It was so cold and dark, there was no way it could burn your Udit'lah up. Let's see what happens next. Who are you? Asked Udit'lah. Will you be my friend? And for a moment, your Udit'lah was hopeful. But the black hole replied, somewhat apologetically, I'm sorry, I can't be your friend, for I might accidentally eat you right up. This made Udit'lah sad, but they knew it was true. It was probably not the best idea to try to make such a hungry friend. How would they share their sandwiches? Yeah, do you like it when we make sandwiches together? What's your favorite kind of sandwich? I like that kind too. They began to wonder if they might ever find themselves a friend in this great big universe. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Still, they'd come this far. Don't worry. I promise it has a happy ending. Eventually, Udit'lah came across a little blue planet. Do you know what planet this is going to be? We'll find out, won't we? It was beautiful and sparkly and green. Your Udit'lah had never seen something like this before. It wasn't large like a star, and it wasn't hungry like a black hole. This made them hopeful. Surely this little blue-green marble would be your Udit'lah's friend. Who are you? They asked. Will you be my friend? The planet, sadly, didn't respond. But just as Udit'lah was beginning to lose hope, the universe saw that Udit'lah was sad, and it reached out. Then, the universe asked in the most lovely voices, What's wrong, Udit'lah? Why are you so sad? All this time, I've been searching for someone to call a friend, and I haven't been having very much luck, Udit'lah replied. The great big, beautiful stars are too hot, and they'll burn me up, so I couldn't be friends with any of them. The black hole at the far end of the universe was too hungry and was scared it might swallow me up, so I haven't been able to make a single friend. I'm so lonely, and I'm worried I may never find one. The universe was quiet for a moment, and it looked at Udit'lah, and it thought. Then, it had an idea. No one deserves to be alone, the universe said, embracing Udit'lah. Down there is a planet called Earth, and on that planet is someone that's very dear to us. They're very lonely, just like you, and they need a friend as well. Would you find them and take care of them for us? We just want to make sure they're all right. All at once, Udit'lah understood. This was meant to be. This was the friend they'd been searching for, and they knew just what to do. So they began working on a special book filled with beautiful pictures and a very special story just for you. Udit'lah knew as long as you had that special book, we would always be together, and you would always be able to call me when you needed me. That's right. The universe asked me to find you directly. And now that I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Because I promised the universe I would take very good care of you and make sure you were always safe and happy. It's because you are special. All right, only a few more pages to go, and then it's definitely bedtime. Then your Udit'lah sent the special book down to Earth where you would find it. And you did. That's how we became friends. Do you remember? Best friends. Now how does the story end? Happily ever after, of course. For now, the two special friends are in a special place. It can be a little cold sometimes, and even a little scary. But there's lots of people there that will take care of them both and keep them safe. No hungry black holes for us. And no matter what, they will always have each other. Maybe one day, we'll even get to see the world together, and you'll be the world's greatest mathematician, or an astronaut, or maybe just a very nice librarian. You can be whatever you set your mind to. I'm sure of it. But for now, it is definitely time for bed. Because you promised you'd be good if we read just one more story. Of course, we can read it again tomorrow. We can read it as many times as you like. I can probably even make some new pictures to show you all of the wonderful things I've seen. Well, maybe not the scary things. That would maybe be when you're older. But first, you've got to get a really good sleep from me, okay? Good night, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.